Salute. Welcome back to the neighborhood. Today's video was 10 misconceptions about Muslims. Excuse me, I had to burp. I'm sorry, y'all. It's 10 misconceptions about Muslims. I don't know. I might put the first video out that I recorded, which was Allah and Jesus conversation. And at the end, I pretty much gave thanks to my new subscribers, and I said some stuff like how the media portray Muslims to be terrorists, which they are not. So I figured I just seen this video. It's crazy how it just popped up after I recorded my last video, but that's neither here nor there. But this is the 10 misconceptions about Muslims, so we definitely gonna get into it. Comment down below if y'all agree with these misconceptions, or if y'all don't. Y'all let me know. I enjoy, commenting back with y'all, talking with y'all from all around the world. I appreciate y'all. Like I said, the channel is growing. We are on the road to 500. I'm excited. Let's go. Let's learn. I'm going to stop talking so we can get into this video. Let's go.
Any group, whether religious or not, there will be misconceptions by others when it comes to certain beliefs, practices, and overall goals of that group. Islam is no exception to this. And to continue our episode series exploring the religion of Islam, here are 10 biggest misconceptions about Islam. Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of FTD Facts. My name is Leroy Kenton, and for this video, I'm going to point out some of the biggest misconceptions about Islam and share with you information based on Muslim sources. I'll be stating the misconception and then stating the actual beliefs and facts associated with it. So be sure to watch this video from 10 all the way down to number 1 so you don't miss any of them. Now starting at number 10, Muhammad created the religion of Islam. Also, there's another belief that Muhammad is worshipped by Muslims, but generally speaking, Muslims believe that Muhammad was God's last prophet and communicated God's final revelation to all of humanity. Muslims consider Adam, the first human, to be the first Muslim though, and Muhammad is seen as an example of how to be a good Muslim, but he is not to be worshipped. Worship is only for God, and it is forbidden to worship anyone or anything else other than God. One of the biggest misconceptions about Muslims is that they do not believe in Jesus at all. Jesus, also referred to as Isa in Islam, is a highly respected prophet and Messiah in Islam. The Islamic tradition believes that Jesus is going to return as the Messiah and defeat the Dajjal, which is known as the false Messiah. Muslims also believe that Jesus was born of a virgin birth and he doesn't have any earthly father, and that he did great miracles. There's even an entire surah in the Quran titled the name Maryam, which is Mary in Arabic, that details some of the info relating to Jesus in Islam. Another misconception about Islam is that Sharia law is evil and it's old, it's archaic, it should not be in the world at all. But Muslims believe that Sharia law or Islamic law is about protecting the innocent people and upholding Islamic values. So this includes things like praying and fasting during the month of Ramadan, things like that. Also, Sharia law is not about extreme punishments for little simple offenses. Where the confusion is that the punishments for offenses during the early Islamic period, they seemed very, very cruel. However, the Islamic laws of that period were believed by Muslims to be well above the pre-Islamic Arabia. Also, according to the religious scholar Paul McNamara, he says this: there's no need for such harsh punishments to rehabilitate a person. This understanding did not exist in the early Islamic society, and for that matter did not exist in any society during the antiquity period. So Muslims again believe that Sharia law is simply a law that helps govern society, although yes, there have been some harsh punishments associated with Sharia law. This is often compared to any other country that has severe and harsh punishments for certain crimes. The next misconception we're going to look at is that the moon and the star is a symbol of Islam. Although the symbol is used and it's viewed like it is, the early Muslim community, however, did not really have any symbol to represent them. Now, one thing to note is that the crescent moon and the star symbols, it's believed that they actually predate Islam by several thousand years, and it wasn't really affiliated with Islam at all until the Ottoman Empire placed it on their flag. And over time, the symbol started to become more associated with Islam. And the next big misconception to highlight is Muslims live in the Middle East. Now, this is a huge misconception because most Muslims, over 1 billion of them, live in Asia. Also, more than 300 million Muslims live in sub-Saharan Africa. Now, the 4 largest Muslim populations in the entire world go to the countries of Indonesia, India, Pakistan, and Bangladesh. Each of them are home to more than 100 million Muslims. Now, the majority of the people who live in North Africa and the Arabian Peninsula, as well as Southwest Asia, are also Muslims, but they only make up about 20% of the global Muslim population. Alright guys, so while we're on the topic of highlighting some misconceptions about Islam, we actually did another video that highlights 10 haram or forbidden things in Islam. That also helps clarify certain misconceptions as well. I'll have the link to that video below in the video description section. I definitely want you to check it out because we have a lot more information about certain things that are forbidden and why they're forbidden in the religion of Islam. So definitely check it out. It is definitely an eye-opener. For number 5, another misconception that's similar to number 6. All Muslims are Arabs. Well, Islam is often associated with Arab people, but the fact of the matter is that Arabs make up around 15% of all Muslims. So like I mentioned, most Muslims are in Asia, and the actual country with the largest population of Muslims is Indonesia, which stands at approximately 225 million people. Also, the population of Iran totals about 82 million people, and Iranians are Persians, not Arabs, and most of the Iranian population are Muslims. So yeah, Arabs don't even make up anywhere near the majority of Muslims in the world. And the next misconception to look at is Muslims are either Sunni or Shia. Like Christians and other religions, there are different sects and branches of Islam. The 2 major and most well-known branches are Sunni and Shia, but there are many other subgroups with different teachings and different practices. Also, there are different Islamic schools of thought and law. There are Muslims, though, that hold the view that other groups who call themselves Muslims aren't actually Muslims, but that in itself is just one belief. Some other notable Muslim branches are Sufis and the Nation of Islam. Number 3, I had to put this one in this episode. Jihad. The meaning of the Arabic word jihad is struggle. It usually means a struggle of one's own soul against sinful desires. So it doesn't mean holy war in the sense that Muslims are warring against humanity. This type of struggle or jihad is to ensure that peaceful communities continue to exist on the planet. Of course, self-defense, if someone is attacking your home, your community, or your nation, is acceptable to protect yourself. However, offensive aggression is prohibited completely in Islam. The misconception number 2 is Muslims don't tolerate other religions. Some who claim to be Muslims can at times be very forceful in their beliefs and how they talk about other religions. Muslims actually hold the view that they are not the only ones who worship God. Jews and Christians, for example, are called people of the book in Islam, meaning that they are people who previously had received revelations from God. Also, when we look at the Quran in Surah 2 verses 256, it says, "There is no compulsion in religion," meaning do not force anyone to become Muslim, for Islam is plain and clear. And the final misconception we're going to look at in this episode is Islam oppresses women. Sadly, most of the oppression of women by Muslims that is publicized in the news is due to local customs and traditions. Muslim women have been presidents, though, as well as prime ministers of nations, and violence and aggression towards them and forcing them against their will is not prohibited in Islam. Muslims are to care for widows and orphans and the poor, as well as treat their women with great respect. The Prophet Muhammad also taught people to be very friendly with their wives, and even stated that wives should actually be their husband's best friends. In one hadith, it says the following words. The Prophet said, "The best of you are those who are the best to their wives, and I am the best of you to my wives." Unfortunately, though, many Muslim women have been oppressed. However, this is a major issue that goes beyond just being oppressed by other Muslims. Abuse towards women is not any higher among Muslims than among other people of different religions or no religions at all. At the end of the day, we should strive to continue to show respect to anyone regardless of their beliefs and their genders. So that wraps up this episode. This was a look at 10 of the biggest misconceptions about Islam. Really hope you guys enjoyed this episode. I know there's a lot of information at you, but I definitely want to hear your thoughts and comments.
I'm sorry, look. How do y'all feel about it? They did clear some of that up for me. Especially the one about the women. I never fully understood the whole women as far as being in a Muslim society. I do know about the whole, the covering of the face and everything. I understand that part. I already know about that, but I did not know they became prime ministers or presidents of their country and stuff like that. I did not know that, so that was a new one for me. But if y'all found anything in the video that surprised you or shocked you, leave a comment below, leave a like. I thank you all stopping by. Again, this is a learning process. We are learning, and I thank you all. Road to 500. If you are new to the channel, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Also hit the bell to turn on your post notifications. I thank you all. Stay beautiful, stay blessed. More videos coming y'all way.